Hey guys, welcome back to another video.
Posted just moments ago.
Today we're going to be unboxing, installing, and reviewing this i17 brand new dash cam from Wolfbox. It's going to be a little bit different than the regular dash cams that I have in like my Jeep and that I will be putting in the BMW. This one is simply a dash cam. It is not an actual rear view mirror. So it won't be replacing or substituting the rear view mirror. This will be in addition to having the stock rear view mirror, but it is a dash cam that has a forward facing and also has an interior camera. That way it can capture the driver and the passengers in the vehicle. This would be more of an easier installation than actually installing the rear view mirror. It's pretty straightforward. If you're looking for a simpler installation and just a simple dash cam, this will be a good product for you.
Sometimes I think that simple is better.
It's got a 4K front facing camera, 2.5K rear interior camera, and you can also add a rear camera that can go on the back side of your vehicle. It's got a 3-inch LCD display, and it also has Wi-Fi, so you can connect it to your Wolfbox app for easy downloads and easy reviewing. And this also has parking monitor. Wolfbox did provide this for me for doing a review on it, but I'm always happy to support good products. Here is the actual rear view mirror that I have in my Jeep. And if you're interested in installing one of these in your BMW instead of the actual dash cam, you can click this link right here and I will show you my DIY installation on the BMW. Also on my channel, I do have a DIY installation on a Jeep Wrangler. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe.
I don't subscribe to coincidence, Corporal.
So let's get to unboxing and see what we have. Again, this is the i17. Looks like we have some instructions here. Out of the box, this thing looks actually really nice.
It is nice.
This is where it sticks to the actual glass, and you can tilt it from there. See on top, we got an SD card, we got the audio video for adding an additional mirror, and we've got the Type-C charger. Case slides off for easy removal of the dash cam out of the car. See, we got buttons on the bottom here. Power button, menu button, left, right, select button. Well, let's see what else we have in the box. Typical charger that comes with the Wolfbox products, Type-C. Got a microfiber cloth to wipe the screen, pry tool, clips to hold the wires, and then an additional 3M double-sided tape. Looking at the instructions, it looks like this will do 4K front, 2.5K rear, but if you insert the actual rear view camera, it'll do 4K front, 1080 inside, and 1080 in the rear camera automatically. So before we actually get to installing the dash cam, we are going to get the power cable and we're going to test everything out, make sure it works. That's in all the instructions to test it to make sure it works before you do your installation. So let's turn it on and check it out. This one is not touchscreen. This one is not touchscreen. Actually seems like a really good quality camera, front and rear. This has a built-in GPS.
That way we don't get lost.
If you get in like a collision or hit a really big bump, this will turn yellow, meaning it'll lock the actual video. That way you can know where to go to, or you can find it easier and it won't be erased. This will turn yellow, meaning it'll lock the actual video. That way you can know where to go to, or you can find it easier and it won't be erased. So let's see how it looks inside the car. So we can take a look and see where this best fits. Kind of figure out what's going to be the best angle. Switch the screens around. Just make sure it's not in your way when you're driving. right about there would be good. Then the plan is to actually tuck this wire and run it down the A-pillar and go into the cigarette lighter I have installed here. Or you can use a factory cigarette lighter. So we'll need to lower this down. Before you mess with any of this, make sure you unplug your battery. You don't want to take a chance of any airbags going off while you're doing this. So let's start with unplugging the battery. Battery in the BMW.
It's in the trunk!
On the right side. So you gotta remove this little panel. You can remove the ground terminal. Mine will be a little 10mm socket. Go inside, hit your foot on the brake pedal, that way it drains everything from the battery. Alright, now on the passenger side, we need to start by removing this little airbag cover here. And this will hide a T20 Torx bit. Put your pry tool in here, and it'll pry away, it'll snap outwards, and then it should pull backwards. Just like that. And these little clips, you can put them back on there. And here's your airbag. Just be gentle with that. To give yourself a little bit more room under the headliner, you can undo this little cover here and remove the other T20 bolt. That way you can pull the whole headliner down a little bit lower. Not 100% necessary, but it does give a little bit more room for you. Now that we have the A-pillar trim removed, let's clean the windshield off where we're going to put the dash cam. And then we can attach this sticker first. Make sure there's no air bubbles in it. This right here in the center. Take off the actual bracket first. And you can stick it right in the center. Push it on the window. Wolfbox recommends leaving the camera off this for 24 hours to have a better bond. So now we can run the wiring. This BMW has a plastic piece over the mirror. You can take your pry tool, split this apart. That way you can run the actual power cable through it and just right out the end. Now we can temporarily put the dash cam here. That way we can run the wires. But before you do this, you need to run them up through the glove compartment first. Depending on how you're routing it, there's two little T20 Torx bolts under the dash. Pull both of those out and it'll allow you to lower down the panel here that you'll be able to feed the wire through. Then you can plug in your cable, feed the wire down here, and use something to gently fish the wire through the dash. So now you can just clean up the rest of your wiring. You can leave a lot of the extra wire up here. And then you can put your trim piece back together. You gotta push down the front. There's a clip right here that snaps into the body. And then you can put this T20 bolt back in here. Put back your door seal. Now that we have the A pillar all put back together and the headliner put back together, we can reconnect the battery and make sure everything works, and then we can go for a test drive. Let's go see if the camera turns on. Alright, let's see if this dash cam turns on. Perfect placement. Head's a little cut off here, but I don't want it too low. Kind of want to keep it out of my view. That way it's not, you know, a distraction while driving down the road. Overall, that is where I wanted it though. And it's showing pretty even on the front. I have the hood open, so it's kind of hard to tell. But it is already recording. If you want to purchase and install the optional third camera to put in the bumper, I will now show you how to wire that up. So now we need to route the rear camera wiring under this carpet, and then it'll go under this seat. This is the E92, so it's two separate seats, so you can pop this up. I already popped it up, and then it pulls out. Probably follow these speaker wires up inside the trunk. Alright, next you need to unplug this piece right here. This is where you're actually going to feed the wires through to get inside the trunk. So let's feed the wires in here first. Alright, I got the guide wire through. Now I just need to pull the actual camera wire through. Before I do that, I'm going to spray a little bit of WD-40 inside here. Add a little bit of lubrication to the wires. And after pulling all the wire through there, I would test the camera out again, just to make sure you didn't damage any wire. So I've got the rear trunk cover taken off. And then I have the actual handle removed. Drilled a little tiny hole down there, and that's going to be where I shove my wiring through. And here I'm just preparing the wire to safely sit under the trunk cover. Alright, now that we got the back all put together, it is now time to officially mount the camera. So I'm going to mount it actually right here facing backwards, and I'm going to use this 3M tape. Make sure you use some alcohol wipes first to clean off the area, clean off the camera, and then hold it for a good 30 seconds after mounting it. So now we can clean everything up, and then
let's take a test drive.
So let's go on our first test drive. So the dash cam seems nice, already recording. We're gonna test the audio, see how it sounds. And then I also have plugged in here the G900. So we'll do a little comparison on video quality between the two of them. And we'll do a comparison of sound quality. Of having the camera on the inside also, you know, that way if some situation happens, I get pulled over, or you know, just any situation inside the car, it is recorded. As opposed to the rear view mirror, you're going to have an audio of it, but you won't actually have a video of the situation inside the car. DashCAM. It's not too big, not in the way. We'll do a comparison of the sound quality versus the GoPro. We'll do a comparison of the sound quality versus the GoPro. And versus the 4K on the GoPro. We'll see how the actual view looks. And then, you know, versus the 2.5K of the interior camera. We'll see how that is versus the GoPro. And next, we're going to wait till dark and test both cameras at night.
You think darkness is your ally?
Alright guys, welcome back. I wanted to do a little bit of night driving with this dash cam so you guys can see what it is like and see the quality of the night view. So let's go for a little drive. It is definitely dark in the neighborhood. And then here is with the night vision camera on. It's a pretty dark road, so that turns on automatically. The infrareds could be a little wider. If I get over here, it's kind of hard to see me. But if you've got passengers in your back, you can easily see them. You can see me just fine. But this was a real wide car. I think it'd be fine because the camera would probably be pushed farther forward. That'd make that infrared view even wider.
Wider, not shorter.
So it kind of depends on where you put this camera. I've got it pretty close to the rear view mirror. So that might be why it's narrow. Well, let's keep driving. hands out the window. I don't know if you can really see that, just because of the infrared. But for it being pretty dark in here, it is easy to see me. Alright, you can see there's the 4 little infrareds right there. Good quality little dash cam. I've had issues with other dash cams not switching good back and forth to the night vision or daytime. So you'll be like middle of the day and it'll be still black and white.
It's got like way better lighting.
The cool thing about this dash cam is you can actually hook up a camera in the rear of your car.
I think you'll be more comfortable in the rear.
So it'll be literally a third camera. That'll get the bumper. You'll have one go in the front and you have one on the inside. That's a major advantage compared to other companies that I've seen. Wiring the camera, very simple. Got a couple tutorials on a Jeep. I got one on my BMW. So if I only was running the dash cam, I would end up buying the camera, have a camera in the back, camera in the front, and then interior. But since I have the dash cam on the mirror, I already have a camera in the rear. The only thing I'm missing on my Jeep is the camera on the inside. So if you were to pause the video, you can zoom in and read people's license plate with this dash cam. How does it look from the rear view seats? Say you're an Uber driver and you got people back here messing around. Or they want to give you a hug. Not bad. And now let's do some more comparing against the G900.
First thing you gotta learn if you're gonna be a race car driver is you don't listen to losers like your know-it-all teacher over here.
On the way home from testing out the camera, there was a guy who actually had ran out of gas on a very fast and very dark road. And really, I almost didn't see him. I had to flag down another car that was in his lane. So then I decided to turn around and drive behind him slowly with my flashers on, hoping at least somebody would see me first and slow down. That way they don't just go and hit him. Ended up just being low on gas, but got him taken care of, as you can see. This was the first version of the i17 sent to me for testing, so the infrared wasn't turning on in this amount of light. but the current version would have the infrared lights on at this amount of light. So I want to go over some of the menu options on this dash cam. Little button right here. So we've got the resolution. You hit the OK button to go into it. It's got all the different resolutions here. Loop recording options, whether it's 1 minute video clips, 3 minutes, or 5 minutes. Time settings. Time style. Time zone. Your language. GPS information. This will show you if you're having good signal. Screensaver. That's going to be the one that shows you the compass and the speedometer. System settings. Ketone if you want it to beep when you're making button selections. Recording audio. Startup sound. The regular Wolfbox startup sound. Timestamp on your videos. Speed stamp on your videos. Daylight savings time. That's it for those settings. Flicker, depending on what country you're in. In America, we have to have the 60 hertz. I believe a lot of other countries use 50 hertz for their lights. That stops that flickering of the lights when you're showing the camera at lights and street lights and stuff like that. Still gonna do it because different LEDs and everything, but it'll make it better. G sensor, this is if you get in a collision, it'll change it to the event mode in the recording settings. So when you're going to review it, it'll be in a different folder. Speed unit, fatigue reminder. This is a reminder to stop driving after 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours. And Wi-Fi, we'll go to that. This is the format, the SD card. SD speed, I'm not exactly sure what this does. Factory reset, this is the version. This is the firmware version. And help center gives you a QR code if you end up needing assistance. Okay, now let's go over to the Wi-Fi setting. Here you'll be able to download the Wolfbox app, and then you can connect to your actual dash cam with your phone. Easily take videos off your dash cam or photos off your dash cam, and it also has GPS information on there. Very useful app, that way you don't have to remove the SD card every time. So let me show you the app real quick. So here's the Wolfbox app. You can connect to the i17, hit connect, change your Wi-Fi to the i17, back into the app. And now you can see the device. You can go to saved recordings. You need to stop recording first. You can go to saved recordings. Then you can go and view an actual recording that you've done. And then you can actually go and hit download. You have to stay on this screen, but it'll be downloading. You can change all the dash cam settings through the app, and you can even update the firmware. You're also able to view playback on the actual dash cam. Hit this play button right here and go into each of these folders. This is the front camera, the inside camera, and the rear camera if you add that. For the inside camera, you can hit OK. So I would definitely say overall I am happy with this product. I've been wanting a dash cam, my BMW, and now I have one, so I am very excited for that. Driving in Arizona, drivers are definitely crazy around here, so it is necessary. It's a good product. I like all of Wolfbox products. They're a good company, easy to get a hold of if we need to. Definitely recommend this product. Now when comparing against the G900, I would say the cameras are similar, but I would still say the G900 camera is a little bit crisper when zooming into license plates and different road signs. That's definitely more of an involved install. If you're looking for the best and to have the rear view camera, the G900 is definitely the way to go. But if you're just looking for an easy install dash cam, not going to replace your rear view mirror, this is what I would recommend. This is the best camera that Wolfbox offers for the actual individual dash cam. The fact that you can add a camera and put it in the rear of the vehicle, that is a bonus. Have full protection of your car, the front, the back, and the inside. So overall, I definitely recommend this product. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe.
How do I subscribe?
Just click the button right here.